My name is Jonathan Flores. Within ErasmusX, I'm mainly focused on the more technology-driven projects, I would say. I'm also super enthusiastic about technology. I think I've interacted with technology ever since I can remember. From the moment I was able to pick up a joystick, I was playing games, and technology by itself fascinates me, but always through a human-centered lens. I think it's a given that technology will play an increasingly large role in the university landscape and education entirely, which means that if we look at technology, I don't think we should just, make things technological for the sake of technology, or look at trends and just pick them and then plug them in the educational landscape and that's it. I think what we mean by technology enabled at ErasmusX, we are saying that we are looking for those things that actually enhance the experience of students and improve education. Because sometimes you will find that technology, is able to provide something cool and people are interested in flashy things, but cool and flashy doesn't always mean it's better for the student. So we should always look at technology in a human-centered way. So how is it making the lives of individual students better? How is it able to provide better educational, context, or maybe it provides opportunities to learn in a way that was previously impossible. The task force is something we set up quite recently, and it's not super defined yet, but what we want to do within the task force is actually look for emerging technologies, things that are coming up. And things that are coming up are still strictly technological. So often there aren't really sort of ways on how to apply them to education. And those are things that we could actually discover ourselves. Technology offers so many opportunities for us to enhance our experience here on Earth, and that's what I'm interested in.
Hi all. I wasn't supposed to be here on stage today. In fact, it was my co-project lead, Milan, who was actually going to be here. But last night he got sick, and shit, I had to step in. So the first thing I did, because I only had a few hours, I think I heard about this around like 9:30 in the evening, I turned to my best friend, ChatGPT. So let's see. Those are some good tips, right? First of all, thank you, ChatGPT, that you feel really sorry about Milan's illness, but also thanks for the tips. Because these were the tips that ChatGPT gave me. Define my objective, structure my presentation, prioritize key information, gather existing resources. Okay. Define my objective. I want to provide you guys a brief glimpse in the project, the ChatGPT project that we do at ErasmusX. I tried to structure my presentation. I also tried to prioritize key information. I reused some of Milan's slides, not all of them. I didn't really have much time to do research, but I will definitely try to support my points. I practiced as much as I could today, and I didn't have really time for feedback. So if you have any feedback for me, please feel free to give it to me afterwards. So let's get it to where all of this started. Of course, the end of last year, 2022, ChatGPT, I think, took the world by storm. And we were very engaged and interested in what this meant for education. So in December of last year, we actually had published this blog on our blog about the future of education, completely written by ChatGPT. And this was sort of the birth of our ChatGPT project, because the way that we deal with projects or technology within ErasmusX is, there's something, we just take it, we experiment with it, we play with it because we want to learn more about it. But also, it listed a few things, but one of them was, okay, AI is here to stay, and AI will probably continue to play a very significant role in the future of education. So that led to headlines such as these of very fearful people. And I specifically want you to read the one on the bottom right. ChatGPT and the death of education is kind of scary, but I understand, like, it is definitely disrupting, and it's changing the way that we need to approach education. So how do we deal with that? And the first reaction, I think, also within our university was sort of this fear. But shortly after, we also started to see headlines such as these, like, hey, ChatGPT is going to change education, not destroy it. Or no, ChatGPT is not a disaster for higher education. So oh my God, yes, is ChatGPT good or bad? And the honest question is, no idea, bro. I have no idea. But that's exactly why we at ErasmusX are working on it. Because in order for us to have an idea of if this is good or bad, or if so, how to apply it, in which context, we need to experiment with it. We need to play with it. And that's how we actually approach projects. We at ErasmusX think that open-ended challenges require open-ended approaches. So what we do, we attack open-ended challenges in an open-ended way. We experiment with it, such as the article that we created, the exact moment that ChatGPT came out, and we look at out-of-the-box solutions to tackle these things. So I don't have an answer for you right now of what ChatGPT will really specifically mean for us, but we're working on it. And these are some of the things we've done thus far. We're collaborating with colleagues all around the campus and in the university, with students, faculties, learning innovation teams. And some of the people who collaborate are here in this room with us today. And for those we haven't talked to yet, I invite you for a coffee because I'd like to know about your fears, challenges, maybe solutions, best practices. Other things that we do, we take part in the EUR task force on AI. We develop workshops for teaching staff, for those who have zero experience with ChatGPT and just want to learn how it works, up to even yesterday, together with RSM and Dimitrios Sakouras, we actually offered a workshop where we teach people how they can actually integrate ChatGPT in their teaching. We started a blog series, 2 of which are already online, a 3rd one coming up. So as you can see, there's so many things, and especially the last part, we experiment, we feel, and we learn. And my goal is to become best friends with ChatGPT. And as you can see, it already helped me today. So what's next for us? We will continue to do the same work, interact with people on campus. I would like to invite you over for a cup of coffee because we'd like to learn about your challenges. This is where you can reach out to us, and below is our blog. Also, thanks to my colleague Milan, who unfortunately couldn't be here, but this presentation couldn't be there without him. And I think that's why the future of education for us is tech-enabled. Thank you.